who are monitored. Okay, so that's one thing. Make sure you subscribe to my Rumble, because on Rumble it is uncensored on Rumble. Yes, I can put certain things on Rumble and I will not be censored. That is a fact. So make sure you do that. That's one. Number two, make sure you go to my Patreon account. Let me say this to y'all. Patreon has made it to where I can house my content. I can have some type of exchange financially from putting up my content. I want you to remember something here. My first YouTube that I had, the first ever YouTube that I had, naturally, I have never paid for followers in any fashion, anywhere ever. On Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, I've never paid. You put out real information and the people will show up. That's pretty much how this goes. You put out real information, the people show up. Real information, the people show up. And not just real information. Critical information, relevant to the time, with solutions, in no limit of time. And the people will show up. That's why y'all show up. You don't show up because I wear certain things. You don't show up because I do things for sensationalism or for clickbait. Or I don't do the corny things that too many people are doing. I don't do any of that. Ever, never, ever, never, never. And that's why you show up, because there's a lot of people who are authentic people, but there's not enough of us. So y'all show up because of that, and I appreciate it sincerely. Here's the only problem. Very first YouTube that I had shut down at 149,000 subscribers. Never paid for one subscriber in my life, because the work that I do is the street work, started in the street, doing the work in the street, working in the community, and put that onto social media so it's natural. I have no other motive. Never did it to make money, because I've never been monetized. I'm gonna say this to y'all one more time. Your brother's never been monetized, ever. You can't get monetized on these platforms if you speak certain truths and expose certain conspiracies that are taking place. That's how you know. You will not get monetized. I'm taking it from a brother who knows. You will not get monetized on any one of these platforms if you are exposing certain aspects of their executive team, their board, their committee, their investors, anything of that nature. You will not get monetized by them. You can't get monetized by the people you're exposing. Okay, this is not how this is going to go. You will not be monetized by the people you're exposing. This is not. It's just this. Come on. Even me, if I were one of these evil people out here, and I had someone on my platform exposing the evil, wicked nature of the things that I'm doing, but he or she is doing it on my platform, that's a conflict of interest. That's a conflict of business. That's a conflict. So I understand. Some of us are an irritant to them. I get it. And when you become a real major problem for them, they let the world know that they don't like you. And I'm one of those. I'm not the only one, of course not, but I'm one of those who they said, we don't like him. Kick that Negro off of our platform. Simple. Matter of fact, kick him off of all of them. And as long as he's on our platforms, if he is exposing certain things, we don't mind, blah, blah, blah. But the moment he gets and he starts poking at the right thing that we do not want people to know, at a certain point, you got to remove him again and again and again and again and again. Hence why we are on page number 8 on Instagram. For those of you who just now started following your brother, this is my 8th Instagram account. Rizza, why don't you just go to other platforms? I do. Rizza, why don't you go to this one or that one or this one or that one? I have gone to virtually every platform you can think of within reason. And then there are certain platforms that I haven't gone on for my own reasons. There are certain platforms that I haven't been on because their founders, for example, pushed the shot. Some of you have mentioned, I think, 2 or 3 black-owned platforms. There are a few black-owned platforms that I do not support because their founder pushed the shot. Seriously. Facebook team, they pushed it. Instagram team pushed it. They pushed it. So Rizza, why are you back on these platforms? Because my people are. I have to go where my people are. So it's a tough situation. That's all. It's just a tough situation. But I still make sure I remain on those black-owned platforms that didn't sell out. So let me give a shout out to those really quick. The ones that I am on, Melanated People. Make sure y'all go to Melanated People. They did not sell out. They did not push the poison. They do not receive sponsorship nor funding from any of these corporations that go against our interests as a people. Melanated People. Make sure you download that, you join that, you support that. I support the Melanated People app for sure. That's one. Make sure you go download that and follow me on there. A lot of you I know are asking a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer a few of them. And then there are a few of you on here who are do what you do on the internet, of course, and you are ignored, and therefore you will continue to be ignored. Melanated People is one of them. I'm trying to think here. The other one, you know what? I'm okay. I'll say this. Fanbase is a partially black-owned app. I know a lot of you have mentioned this. Brother Rizza Islam does his research. I am a bona fide researcher, and this is, again, why this government can't stand you, brother. I'm not going to be hypocritical here. Fanbase is a decent app. Partially black-owned. Not fully black-owned, and that's fine, too. Sometimes I understand some of y'all who make these platforms, you need a lot of capital. You need $100,000 to start up, $300,000 to start up, $1 million to start up. I understand programmers, and you need housing for content, and you need servers and all that. It costs a lot of money, I know. However, the founders and the executive team at Fanbase pushed the shot. So although I have a profile there, although you guys did verify me on Fanbase with a blue check, you don't necessarily see me post them there as much anymore because you guys pushed the shot. So respectfully, but y'all, I know y'all like, but Rizza, but you're on Instagram. I know that's the tough situation. That's the sad part. It's a tough situation to be in. But for those of our people who have platforms, black-owned platforms, if you push the shot, I have to hold you to a different standard. I have to. All right? Seriously, I do. I have to hold y'all to a different standard. We know that this enemy and these corporate-sponsored platforms are going to push the things that the corporations have. That's what they do. We know. Of course, that's how they keep their platforms afloat. Of course. We know that. That is standard. For those of you who are asking me if I have my Twitter, yes, Elon Musk restored my Twitter as a part of those on the disinformation dozen list. So the list that the government put up of us 12, Elon Musk got that list, and he started to restore our accounts. He restored Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s account. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who was running for president. I'll give my thoughts on that at another time. They restored his account. They restored Erin Elizabeth's account. She's also on the disinformation dozen list. They restored Rasheed Battar's account. They restored Dr. Sherry Tenpenny's account. They restored, I think so far, about 8 or 9 of those in the disinformation dozen list. They restored their accounts on Twitter, and then they restored mine, my original account. So on Twitter, I have @IslamRizza and @Rizza Islam. Both of those are my accounts. The original one is @Rizza Islam on Twitter. So yes, I have that account. It's uncensored. I'm able to speak the truth, get the truth out. And I was taken off of Twitter by Jack Dorsey, the original, the one who was who the government paid to get us off. So once he left and Elon Musk purchased it, they gave my account back. And so therefore, I do utilize Twitter. Dr. Joseph Mercola, yes, they reinstated his account as well, for sure. And after all of this stuff has now happened, I'm now going to go after my original Instagram. For those of you who don't know, brother Rizza Islam, my original Instagram had over 500,000 followers way back in February of 2021. So if they did not take down my original Instagram account, it would more than likely be upwards of over 5 million followers easily right now. All organic, didn't pay for nothing, just providing the people with the information that they needed. Simple as that. For those who know, you know. For those who just got here, you may not know, and that's okay. But I'm going to go after my original one because we worked to build up the network. It is the equivalent of building up a business, building up all the hard work that you have put into a thing, and then all of a sudden having it get taken down. It's not something you just lie down and accept. But at the same time, we are going to make sure we get on the other platforms where we can help to get the information out to our people. So wanted to just mention those few things really quick. Again, make sure you go to my Patreon, because this is something I need y'all to understand. Patreon, it is a monthly subscription. So you subscribe to it monthly. You're supporting the person, the group, the podcast, the content creator, the person who does your research, all that. You're supporting that person to do that. I'm going to do it regardless. I've been doing it regardless because this is what I do. But you get to take part in saying I am supporting the work that I see clearly being done. Y'all already know your brother delivers. You know that. But you get to say, no, I support this brother. So go to Patreon, search up Rizza Islam, and subscribe to the Patreon. Whichever level you can do, make sure you do that. All the new episodes of my show that I do, they go up on the Mighty Network and Patreon first. They don't come out publicly until later, at least a week later. So you have to go to Patreon and Mighty Network, because I have the people that support me that I have to deliver things to first. I'm obligated first to those who show support. Over 20 years doing this work, you have to support those who support you first directly, and then everybody in the public can get it. But another reason why I had to start putting my stuff on Mighty Network and Patreon is because so many people, and when I say so many people, I'm talking about YouTube channels, so many are making money off of your brother, but I'm not getting a dime from all the research, all the work that your brother's been doing for years. All of that, I'm not getting paid from any of that. And people are taking my videos and posting them on all their different YouTube channels all over YouTube, making tons of money. But your brother can't keep a YouTube up because YouTube won't allow me to have one. So my content, my videos, all the hard work and research and everything that I'm doing gets taken down from my YouTube, but it stays up on all these other people's YouTube, so all of them can make money off of my hard work. So I'm like, I can't do that, y'all. I can't do that. I'm just letting you know. It has become a big problem, because I want to make sure you can see all of these things that we do and all the stuff that we're putting out. I want to make sure you can see it, because I'm doing it for y'all. That's the point. That's the point. But if I can't put it up under my terms, then it's very difficult. So I have to put it up on Mighty Network first. And if you really want to support your brother, then you can do that. Go to Mighty Network and Patreon. So go to patreon.com, type in Rizza Islam, and subscribe to a level that you feel you can do every month, because you already know we're doing the work. But like I said, I've never been monetized on none of these platforms, and I can't get monetized because they won't even let me keep a YouTube. So the YouTube is a dead, direction for me. But as I said, they let other people take all of what I just did and put it up on. I'm talking about, I get millions of views on all these other people's YouTube channels. I'm looking at myself on all over TikTok. I'm talking about all over, and these people making bank. Or I've learned this business side of things, and I said, wow, these people are making thousands of dollars off of me on their platforms, but I can't have my own on the same platform because the government don't like me. So when they find out, no, Rizza is behind this channel, take it down. But all the rest of the channels that he's not behind, we know he's not behind those. They can make money off of his content, his videos, his research, everything he's doing. I'm like, God dang. So, and I'm not mad at y'all because at a certain point, most of the people were recording and posting everything that I did because they knew I was getting taken down. So I get it. I understand. The problem now is it's kind of like after so many years of doing all this hard work, man, it's like y'all making money off your brother, but your brother's not receiving any exchange for all of this. And that's a rough situation, y'all. Again, especially when you don't do it for money. That's the main thing. When you don't do it for money, it's like, yeah, I don't do it for money. However, these platforms give you a payout for putting them up there, except when you're like your brother and those who are on certain lists, they like, nah, we ain't gonna pay you to expose us. Nah, we don't do that. So I get it. So again, make sure, and somebody said, someone said, have them create a page where you can benefit. Tried that. Trust me, there's a lot of methods I've attempted. Once they find out that I have anything to do or I'm anywhere around that page or that channel on this network or that network or this app or this platform, I'm talking about they snipe that thing. You don't get on government lists unless they watch you. So, for those of you who are asking how to support, go to my Patreon, search up patreon.com, search up Rizza Islam in Patreon, and subscribe to whichever level you can handle every month. Do that. So that's number one. And number two, and this is not a GoFundMe. I'm talking about the work that I actually do and put in, the research I do, and all of the videos and all of the interviews and all that. This is work. I'm talking about all the work that I do. It has nothing to do with not a GoFundMe. I'm talking about actual work that I do, that other people are making money off of, but that I'm not able to make money off of. So we're just going to another platform where you can safely do that. So go to my Patreon, subscribe to that ASAP. That's number one. Number two, the private community that I have off of these platforms. Now, this is the real side of things as well. A lot of people have their own private communities, private groups, private networks that are off of Instagram, off of YouTube, off of Twitter, off of Facebook, off of all of these corporate platforms and apps. Because we have to know that we are safely getting the information to those of you and the connections to those of you and the solutions to those of you who actually want them, need them, and are working to have them. And we want to keep it secure. So I have my own private community. And that is called the Free Thinkers. I have that. To all our free thinkers who are in here, y'all can go ahead and comment, throw up some fists or some fire, either one. You have to go to joinfreethinkers.com. This is how you get to my private community and join my private community where I do one-on-ones with y'all. I go live every week in there. We have different classes and experts that we bring in with solutions to help to change your life for real in different areas, from financial all the way over to health, you name it, to the scientific areas. A lot of the free thinkers, shout out to the free thinkers in the building. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. If you want to be a part of my private community where it's me and y'all, it's just me and you, nobody else, you have to go to joinfreethinkers.com. Please put that in the comment section really quick. Joinfreethinkers.com, not www.joinfreethinkers.com. Man, shout out to the free thinkers in the building. You have to type in this website, joinfreethinkers.com. Go there and become a member. You will not regret it, especially with the the solutions that we provide, the education that we provide, the connections that we provide, what we do. It is a community, but don't join if you're not ready to really start changing things in your life, really get into work, really handling business. Don't do that. We only need real people who really want to change things in our community. Join freethinkers.com. It is a monthly subscription because of all of the perks that you are getting. All right. I had to get off of these platforms because I see what this enemy is doing, and I'll be damned if they try to keep me away from the people. I've already seen it. I'm gonna mention this too. So again, shout out to the free thinkers, because y'all know exactly what it is. You know what we're about. You know what it is. And y'all know how every week we are in there. The free thinkers get everything long before anybody else does. They get the classes, they get the solutions, they get the episodes of the podcast. They get me with them one-on-one every week directly in a private video link that we have every week. And a whole lot of other perks that you get with that as well. Seriously. So join freethinkers.com, join the free thinkers. That's on that end. Let me mention this to you really quick though, just so y'all know. I was talking to, there were two people, I'm not going to mention their names, all right? They're celebrities, right? And they were saying, man, Rizza, you have to be very mindful of the fact that there are people watching who are afraid to talk to you because they're afraid of who is watching them. And the sad part is, it is 2023, and you still have people who are afraid to even come near those of us who are doing this work. And let me say this to you. I didn't say jump up and publicly say, I'm hanging out with Rizza Islam, or I'm hanging out with this brother or this sister. I'm getting advice from this person. No. You better not get up and declare nothing. Most of these artists and celebrities, it is detrimental and devastating to your career to show that you stand with certain people who are absolutely legit, who this enemy hates and does not like. For some of you, it will be bad for your career. I know that. There are some artists and celebrities that if y'all knew, who converse with your brother and who, I advise, if you knew, it will blow your mind. But I can't reveal who they are because it's not about being seen. And a lot of these Negroes on the internet who do everything to be seen, their motive is clear. You want fame, you want money. Your motive is off, and for that, you're not going to truly be as effective against this system because your motive is off. You want fame and you want money. Okay, money and fame. I don't give a damn about being so known by crazy as hell people. The system hates you. Do it for the people. Do it for God. Do it for the mission. Everything else will come. The money, the fame, or what? Okay, it'll come. But to be real with you, I don't give a damn. I sincerely don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn. Those of you who are serious about the mission and the work, keep your motive clean. Just keep your motive clean. I see some of you prostitutes to be seen with certain celebrities and artists. Ooh, I gotta get a picture. Man, I can post up a picture right now with certain celebrities and it will, I'm telling y'all, you will be like, oh my God. But I have a better interest and a better motive, which is, if that brother or that sister or those people reached out to me in confidence, knowing that they sincerely need help, why the hell would I post up our picture, Some of you are too damn starved for attention and you don't even realize where it's coming from. You have no clue. You have no clue. A lot of you are really out here. And when I say a lot of you, I mean a lot of you are out here doing things just to be seen. And what you don't realize is you're being seen. You don't realize that. We see you. The people see us. We need to understand how we look in front of the eyes of the people. A lot of people don't get this. To the brothers who be doing everything to be seen by women. Oh, my shirt off and bro, you looking corny. You looking corny. To the sisters, I want to do this. Let me take off. You looking corny. And you're not paying attention down the line. You will be seen for your record. Everybody's gonna look at it. Ain't that the brother who did this? Ain't that the sister who did that? We all are gonna have to face everything that we've done. So again, just be mindful. Just be mindful. Stop seeking attention from a wicked as hell system that doesn't give a damn, and really a system that's going down. Last thing I'm gonna say real quick. This is why I had to create my own private group off of these platforms. Seriously, I had to. Because there's too many agents on these platforms. Exactly. I'm not excluded either. We all have to watch what we do, watch what we say, watch how we look, check our motive, make sure we're doing things for the right reasons. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. My record is clean. That's a fact. You can, if the main thing you'll be able to probably find is I misspoke or said something unintentionally that wasn't a fact that I thought was this or that, or maybe I was off on a number or here. You know, that happens. That happens in our growth. We may say something that wasn't correct. We thought was correct, but probably misspoke, or I probably had that off. Like, oh shoot, yeah, that's happened to me a couple times for sure. We got to go back, do better, restudy, make sure our stuff is on point for sure. And be willing to take criticism for it, because like, yeah, you got to be on point. But let me say this. I had to create my private group because there are too many agents on these platforms. And is it safe to say that there won't be in the private group either? Of course there probably will be. Probably. The U.S. government has the biggest budget and the most debt for the most part. Yeah, but still, they have the biggest budget. So the FBI got a budget. They can pay for a little membership, and oh yeah, of course. But 8 times out of 10, the people who are a part of your private groups are legitimate, real people who are there for the right purpose, and they sincerely want to gain the benefits to do what is right. That 2 times out of 10, though, you got some agents who slipped in, clapping real hard. That's right, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna help with the food drive. I'm gonna help, with the homeless. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna donate this to. It's a lot of agents who are number one, jumping in front to donate money, to donate clothes, to show up in the community and pass out food with you. You bastards are a joke. You may not realize, but you are obvious. It's like FBI agents wearing Hawaiian shirts in the middle of the hood with shades on. You the feds, man. You the feds. No, I'm not. I'm just taking a walk. You're the Brian. You're the feds, Brian. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Who are you monitoring? Who is the target that you're monitoring? What are you doing here, Brian? Like, y'all don't understand. I swear, man, one of the times that the FBI was spying on me, 2 white dudes, Hawaiian shirts on, shades, blue jeans, in the middle of Compton, in the middle of the day. I was like, Chip and Doug. Chip and Doug, what are you... Guys, check us out. Guys, what are you... Chip, can you and Doug find a different outfit? Because this textbook 101 camouflage blending in is not blending in. You're not in Hawaii. This is not the movies. We've seen this. We've studied this. We've seen Enemy of State. Okay, we've watched all these different movies, and you all wear the same damn outfits. Either that or an oversized hoodie with your FBI or your police badge attached to the long chain necklace that you have tucked under with shades on. Always have both your hands tucked in the hoodie with the hoodie on like this. Listen, guys, man, damn. It's embarrassingly predictable. Change your outfit up. Go shop somewhere. Put on some RBG, red, black, and green or something. Put in some locks or something. Change it up. Surprise us every now and then. But damn, I'd be like, you're the feds. And they'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Yes, what are you doing here? Like, Jesus. One time, one popped up on my live, and I was like, I said, oh yeah, really? Where are you from? Oh, I'm, what are you doing here? I guess really. What's really funny is when they actually give you a shout out. Like when they send you a message like, what you're saying is true. Just gotta let you know. Like that kind of stuff. When the FBI give you, what you're saying is true. It's true. Or when they pull up on you, man, I don't even know why I'm telling you all this story. Look, okay, look. The same time when they pulled up on me with these Hawaiian shirts on, these dudes told me, two white, I'm talking about ice blue eyes, blonde hair, Hawaiian shirts, shades on. This guy told me, you really do great work in the community. You really do. Really, you don't do drugs. You're not gang affiliated. I mean, you work with people in gangs, but you do great work. We didn't find anything. I'm talking about right to my face. He straight up said, we didn't find anything of a criminal nature that you do. You're not that. We did notice that. We were just trying to figure out where you get the money from to buy your suits. I swear to y'all, one day, this is going to go in the next book. I'm putting it in the next book. It's going to be a chapter on my FBI stories. It's going to be a chapter on my FBI stories that I think all of you should read and see and hear about. Y'all let me know if you can see me still, because the live looks like it paused. Y'all let me know if you can see me. Looks like it's moving a little bit. Good job. Of course, you don't communicate with them without your attorney unless you're saying things that you cannot be incriminated for. Like if I said, it's a wonderful day out, isn't it? Like that, for example. But again, the only thing they had to say was, you do great work in the community. You're actually very well known in the community. You don't do any criminal things. We didn't find anything at all that you do of a criminal nature. We were just kind of confused as to where you're getting the money from to pay for your suits, as though I'm some bum out here who doesn't work, who doesn't do any, like, I looked at these white dudes and I said, well, first of all, you're two white men in the middle of Compton with Hawaiian shirts on with shades. You're an embarrassment. That was number one. I said number two, we actually work. Black men, we work. We either have businesses or jobs, or we work. We work. And then I said, I don't know if you know this. I said, but I've been doing this work in the community since I was 11 years old. And I said, most of my suits, and this is something I want y'all to know about your brother. I said, most of my suits were gifts. Most of my suits were gifts to me from people who support the work that I do. I'm not ashamed to say that. What? I have been gifted with suits. I'm talking about since I was 13. I'm talking about city council members. City council members were just like, we would like to give you something because you do this beautiful work. We want to give you, and they were like, listen, we want to take you here to get you some suits or some shoes. Or what? Yes, absolutely. Let me just remove certain people real quick. It's just interesting to me. It's just interesting. So again, somebody said that's a fly gift. Absolutely. And it's appreciated. But it was quite insulting for the FBI to say that, which again, I've had certain visits that weren't as insulting. They were all insulting. I'm not going to lie. They were all insulting. I'm going to put them in the book thoroughly. I've touched on one other time, but I'm not going to go into that one now. But I have not given y'all the full visit ever. Not one of the three or four visits that I've had. I have not given out the full details on it because I know they're not done yet. But for sure, I was just laughing like, wow, okay, yeah. So you just, how do you buy? I was like, oh man, it was just interesting. Very interesting. That's the dumbest excuse to ask about your suits. Like y'all think you're the only ones who can dress. Yeah, very, 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 very insulting. Like, damn, really? Really? But it was okay. Because I understand black men are supposed to be criminals. We're not supposed to have any type of way to make money legally. We're supposed to be drug dealers. We're supposed to be thugs. We're supposed to be rapists and murderers. Gangbangers are supposed to be people who just stick up and rob people. And that's what deadbeat fathers, even though black men statistically are the most loving, are the most present in their child's lives, do the most work for their children, see their children the most cooperative, do the most to be good fathers. That is statistically sound. That is the actual fact above anyone else, especially above white fathers. And again, contrary to the dominant belief that they said black men are deadbeat dads, not true. There are deadbeat dads in every culture. Black men happen to be the number one most present for their children. So again, just kind of funny as hell to me. Very funny how that white man, that don't help either. Tell me. We're just wondering how you pay for your suits. Boy, I wanted to tear into that dude so bad it wasn't even funny. And I slightly did, just touch the nerve. But again, when you're dealing with someone who's a devil, you wrap them around your pinky finger and pretend that they're not even there, like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. And you handle them with wisdom and knowledge and decorum, and you just hit them with facts and knowledge. And there's no reason to even go to the area that they want you to go to. But anyway, I'm about to hop off here, y'all. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of the mothers, you beautiful, powerful sisters who went through to your 9.5 months or maybe even less to give birth to us. We appreciate you. Absolutely. We thank you for helping to perpetuate the existence of human beings. That's all the mothers. Number 1, the black mothers. Number 2, the black mothers. Number 3, the black mothers, because without you, there would be no human beings on this planet of any shade, of any color, of any hue, of any demographic. There would be no one on this planet without that of the black woman and man, of course. However, we are giving our honor to the womb. So shout out to all of you. We appreciate you thoroughly, more than you could ever imagine. I love our sisters. I love the mothers. I love the grandmothers. I love the great grandmothers. I love the nieces. I love the aunties. We appreciate you. We love you deeply. Thank you for putting up with us. I gotta say that. Thank you for pushing through. And even those, because of certain circumstances, cause you to do something in the middle of the pregnancy to where it may not have gone all the way through. Situations change things, and I get it. So we definitely appreciate you again. To the mothers who have helped to give this life, we appreciate you. All right. Much love, much love. Make sure you join the Patreon, Rizza Islam on Patreon. Subscribe to that. Don't make no excuses. If you support your brother, you support this work, go join the Patreon. If you want to be a part of our private community where we get a lot of things done on that end, join freethinkers.com. I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. We got business to take care of. But again, y'all have a beautiful day. And yeah, man, I think that's it. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.